You want to know why you're not where you want to be? It's not because you don't know what to do. You know exactly what to do. You know you should wake up early. You know you should work out. You know you should save money. You know you should work on your goals. But you don't do. And that gap, that space between knowing and doing, that's where your dreams go to die. You're not lacking information. You're not lacking resources. You're not lacking opportunity. You're lacking discipline. And it's destroying everything you touch. Right now, you're living at the mercy of how you feel. You feel like working out? You work out. You don't feel like it? You skip it. You feel motivated? You take action. You don't feel motivated? You scroll on your phone for 3 hours. Your feelings are running your life, and your feelings are weak. You know what discipline is? Discipline is doing what needs to be done when it needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. That's it. That's the secret that separates the winners from the losers, the successful from the struggling, the legends from the forgotten. And right now, you don't have it. But today, that changes. Today, you learn the truth about discipline. Today, you stop being a slave to your feelings and become a master of your actions. Let me paint you a picture of your life right now. Monday morning, your alarm goes off at 5:30 a.m. You set it with such good intentions Sunday night. Tomorrow, I'm going to crush it. Tomorrow, I'm different. Tomorrow, I start for real. But when that alarm goes off, just 5 more minutes. 5 minutes becomes 30. 30 becomes an hour. You wake up rushed, stressed, already behind. Another day starting in chaos. Another promise broken to yourself. And you do this every single day. You make plans at night that you abandon in the morning. You set goals in January that you've forgotten by February. You promise yourself you'll change, but you never do. Why? Because you're waiting to feel like doing it. You're waiting for motivation to strike. You're waiting for inspiration to hit. You're waiting to be ready. But here's the brutal truth. That moment never comes. Motivation is a lie. It's a temporary high that disappears the moment things get hard. Inspiration is a myth. It's a feeling that comes and goes like the weather. Being ready is an excuse. You'll never feel 100% ready for anything worth doing. What you need is not motivation. What you need is discipline. Think about your life like a ship. Motivation is the wind. Some days it's strong, some days it's gone. Discipline is the engine. Keeps you moving forward regardless of conditions. Right now, you're a sailboat waiting for wind. And you're wondering why you're still stuck in the harbor while everyone else is reaching new shores. The stakes here are your entire life. Without discipline, you will never achieve anything significant. You'll start 100 things and finish nothing. You'll have 1,000 ideas but 0 execution. You'll be 50 years old with a resume of, I almost did this and I was going to do that. Your potential will die with you. Your dreams will remain dreams. Your goals will remain wishes. All because you refused to do what needed to be done when you didn't feel like it. Is that the life you want? Is that the eulogy you're writing for yourself? Here lies someone who had potential but couldn't get out of bed. Here lies someone who knew what to do but didn't do it. Here lies someone who waited to feel ready and ran out of time. Your lack of discipline is not a small problem. It's the problem. And today we fix it. Lesson 1. Discipline is a decision, not a feeling. Stop waiting to feel disciplined. You will never feel like waking up early. You will never feel like working out when you're tired. You will never feel like doing the hard work. Never. And if you keep waiting for the feeling, you'll wait forever. Discipline is not a feeling. It's a decision. Every single moment you're making a choice. Do I do what's easy, or do I do what's necessary? Do I stay comfortable, or do I do the work? Do I listen to my feelings, or do I honor my commitments? That's discipline. It's a choice, made 1,000 times a day. And right now, you're choosing comfort over growth. Every single time. Let me tell you about Jennifer. Jennifer wanted to write a book for 7 years. 7 years. She'd talk about it at dinner parties. She'd plan it in her journal. She'd dream about seeing it in bookstores. But she never wrote it. Why? I don't feel inspired today. I'm not in the right headspace. I'll start when I have a clear block of time. 7 years of excuses. Then Jennifer's father got diagnosed with cancer. Terminal. 6 months to live. And something broke open in Jennifer. She realized she'd been waiting for the perfect feeling to write her book while life was slipping away. She made a decision that day. 1 hour. Every single day. No matter what. Not when inspired. Not when motivated. Not when it felt right. Every day. Some days she wrote garbage. Some days she could barely type. Some days she cried through the entire hour. But she showed up. 6 months later, when her father passed, Jennifer had a completed first draft. She read it to him 3 days before he died. He said, "I'm proud of you, not because you wrote a book, but because you finally stopped waiting and started doing." Jennifer published that book, not because she felt motivated, but because she made a decision and honored it. Every single day. Here's what you do starting right now. Step 1. Stop waiting for the feeling. Accept that you will never feel like doing hard things. That's normal. Step 2. Make the decision before the moment. Decide tonight what you'll do tomorrow. Remove the morning negotiation. Step 3. Use the 5-second rule. When your alarm goes off, count backwards. 5-4-3-2-1, go. Move before your brain can negotiate. Step 4. Create a pre-decision protocol. I work out at 6 a.m. That's not up for discussion. Remove the choice. Step 5. Honor the decision regardless of feelings. Feeling tired? Irrelevant. Feeling unmotivated? Irrelevant. Do it anyway. The decision is made. All that's left is execution. Stop negotiating with yourself every morning. You already decided. Now act like it. Lesson 2. Start small, but start now. You know why you keep failing? Because you try to change everything at once. Tomorrow, I'm waking up at 5 a.m., working out for 2 hours, eating perfectly, working on my business for 4 hours, reading for an hour, meditating, journaling, and being a perfect human. And by Tuesday, you're back to your old habits. You're trying to build a mansion when you haven't laid a single brick. You're trying to run a marathon when you can't jog around the block. You're setting yourself up for failure, and then you're surprised when you fail. Discipline is not built in grand gestures. It's built in small, consistent actions. It's built one brick at a time. And right now, you need to lay your first brick. Not 10 bricks. Not 100. 1. Carlos wanted to transform his life. He was overweight, broke, stuck in a dead-end job, living with his parents at 35. He'd tried to change 100 times before. Every time, same pattern, big plans, big energy, big crash. Then one day, Carlos's nephew asked him, "Uncle Carlos, why don't you ever finish anything?" That question destroyed him. Carlos decided to try something different. Instead of overhauling his entire life, he picked one thing: make his bed every morning. That's it. Not work out, not start a business, not change the world. Just make the bed. His friends laughed. That's your big change? Making your bed. But Carlos did it anyway. Day 1, made the bed. Day 2, made the bed. Day 7, made the bed. Something started to shift. That one small act of discipline created momentum. Week 2, Carlos added a 10-minute walk. Week 4, he started packing his lunch instead of eating out. Week 8, he began waking up 30 minutes earlier. Each small discipline stacked on top of the previous one. 2 years later, Carlos had lost 80 pounds, paid off his debt, got promoted twice, and moved into his own place. People asked, "How did you change so much?" Carlos would smile and say, "I started by making my bed." Stop trying to change everything. Start with one discipline. Step 1. Choose one small action you can do every single day. Something so easy you can't fail. Examples: make your bed. Drink 16 ounces of water immediately upon waking. Do 10 push-ups. Write 1 sentence. Read 1 page. Step 2. Do it for 30 days straight. No matter what. No exceptions. No negotiations. Step 3. Track it. Put an X on a calendar every day you complete it. Don't break the chain. Step 4. After 30 days, add one more small discipline. Stack them. Step 5. Repeat this process. Build your discipline muscle slowly but consistently. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be consistent. Start small. Start today. Start now. Lesson 3. Embrace the discomfort. Discipline is uncomfortable. Let me say that again. Discipline is uncomfortable. It's supposed to be. Growth is uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. Success is uncomfortable. And you've been avoiding discomfort your entire life. You hit snooze because getting up is uncomfortable. You skip the gym because exercise is uncomfortable. You avoid difficult conversations because conflict is uncomfortable. You stay in your comfort zone because it's comfortable. But here's the problem. Everything you want is on the other side of discomfort. The body you want, on the other side of uncomfortable workouts. The career you want, on the other side of uncomfortable learning and growth. The relationship you want, on the other side of uncomfortable vulnerability. You cannot avoid discomfort and still grow. It's impossible. Meet Tom. Tom was comfortable. Comfortable job. Comfortable apartment. Comfortable routine. Nothing amazing. Nothing terrible. Just comfortable. And Tom was dying inside. He had dreams of starting his own company, but that seemed risky. Uncomfortable. He wanted to ask out the woman at the coffee shop, but that seemed scary. Uncomfortable. He thought about moving to a new city, but that seemed uncertain. uncomfortable. So Tom stayed comfortable and miserable. One day, Tom's grandfather pulled him aside at a family dinner. "Tommy, let me tell you something I learned too late. Comfort is a slow death. You think you're protecting yourself, but you're just dying slowly." Tom couldn't shake those words. Comfort is a slow death. The next Monday, Tom did something uncomfortable. He quit his job. No backup plan. Just faith and fear. He started his business. Failed twice. Lost money. Slept on a friend's couch. Uncomfortable. But he kept going. He asked out the woman at the coffee shop. She said no. Uncomfortable. But he survived. He asked someone else. She said yes. He moved to a new city where he didn't know anyone. Uncomfortable. But he built a new life. 3 years later, Tom's business was thriving. He was engaged. He was happy. Not because life got easier, but because he stopped running from discomfort. Time to change your relationship with discomfort. Step 1. Reframe discomfort. When you feel uncomfortable, say, "This means I'm growing." Step 2. Do one uncomfortable thing every day. Cold shower. Difficult conversation. New skill. Train your discomfort tolerance. Step 3. Stop negotiating. When resistance appears, move immediately. Don't think. Don't debate. Just move. Step 4. Expect discomfort. It's not a sign something's wrong. It's a sign you're on the right path. Step 5. Celebrate discomfort. Every time you do something uncomfortable, acknowledge it. I did that scared. I did that tired. I did it anyway. Comfort is killing you. Discomfort is building you. Choose wisely. Lesson 4. Build systems. Not rely on willpower. Willpower is limited. You wake up with a full tank of willpower, and by noon, it's running on empty. That's why you eat healthy all day and then destroy a pizza at 9 p.m. That's why you're productive in the morning and useless by evening. That's why you have good intentions but poor follow-through. You're trying to rely on willpower, and willpower is a finite resource. It's like trying to drive across the country on one tank of gas. You're not going to make it. What you need are systems. Systems remove the need for willpower. Systems make discipline automatic. Systems turn good behavior into default behavior. And right now, you have no systems. You're white-knuckling your way through every day, relying on motivation and willpower, and wondering why you keep failing. Meet Amy. Amy tried to lose weight for 10 years. She'd start strong, count every calorie, hit the gym hard. But by week 3, she'd collapse. She'd use all her willpower to resist cookies at work, all her energy to drag herself to the gym, all her mental strength to prepare healthy meals. And eventually she'd run out of gas. The willpower would deplete, and Amy would be back to square one. Then Amy hired a coach who told her something that changed everything. Stop relying on willpower. Build systems. Amy didn't understand at first. The coach explained, make it so easy that willpower isn't required. So Amy built systems. She meal prepped every Sunday. 6 days of food ready. No daily decisions required. She put her gym clothes by her bed. Removed the friction of finding them. She scheduled workouts at the same time every day. Made it a non-negotiable appointment. She removed junk food from her house. couldn't eat what wasn't there. Within 3 months, Amy had lost 30 pounds. Not because she had more willpower than before, but because she didn't need willpower anymore. Her systems did the work for her. Discipline became automatic. Stop fighting with willpower. Build systems instead. Step 1. Identify your high willpower activities. What requires the most mental energy and negotiation? Step 2. Design systems to automate those activities. Lay out clothes the night before. Prepare meals in advance. Schedule important work in your high-energy hours. Remove temptations from your environment. Step 3. Reduce friction for good behaviors. Want to read? Put the book on your pillow. Want to exercise? Sleep in your workout clothes. Want to save money? Automate transfers to savings. Step 4. Increase friction for bad behaviors. Delete social media apps. Must log in through browser. Put snacks in hard-to-reach places. Make bad habits inconvenient. Step 5. Stack habits. Link new behaviors to existing ones. After I pour my coffee, I write for 10 minutes. Discipline shouldn't require heroic effort. It should be the default setting. Build systems that make discipline inevitable. Lesson 5. The scoreboard doesn't lie. You think you're disciplined. You think you're doing enough. You think you're putting in the work. But the scoreboard says otherwise. Your bank account is a scoreboard. Your body is a scoreboard. Your relationships are a scoreboard. Your career is a scoreboard. And right now, the score is telling you the truth. You're not doing what you think you're doing. You can lie to yourself. You can make excuses. You can tell stories about why things aren't working. But the scoreboard doesn't lie. Results are the only truth. And your results are exposing your lack of discipline. Kevin was a personal trainer who was overweight. Think about that. He taught fitness. He knew what to do. But he was 60 pounds overweight. Every day he'd train clients, give them workouts, create meal plans, motivate them to change. And every day he'd go home and eat garbage. Skip his own workouts, make excuses. Kevin would tell himself, I'm busy, I'm tired, I work so hard, I deserve to relax. But his body was the scoreboard, and the scoreboard didn't lie. One day, a client confronted him. Kevin, how can you teach me to lose weight when you can't do it yourself? It was harsh. But it was true. Kevin wanted to get defensive, make excuses, explain why his situation was different. But he couldn't, because the scoreboard didn't lie. Kevin made a commitment that day. I'm going to practice what I preach, every single day. He trained himself like he trained his clients. He ate the way he taught others to eat. He applied his own advice to his own life. 12 months later, Kevin had lost 65 pounds. His business tripled because now he wasn't just teaching fitness. He was living it. The scoreboard had exposed his hypocrisy. And when he fixed his discipline, the scoreboard showed his transformation. Time to face your scoreboard. Step 1. Identify your scoreboards. What are the measurable indicators of your discipline? Weight/body composition. Bank account/net worth. Completed projects. Relationship quality. Skills acquired. Step 2. Check the score honestly. No excuses. No stories. Just facts. What does the scoreboard say? Step 3. Accept responsibility. The score is the result of your actions or lack thereof. Own it. Step 4. Set a new target score. What do you want the scoreboard to say in 90 days? Be specific. Step 5. Track daily. Every day, ask, did my actions today move the scoreboard in the right direction? You can't argue with results. You can't negotiate with reality. The scoreboard is showing you exactly how disciplined you really are. Stop lying to yourself. Look at the score. Then change your game. Lesson 6. Discipline compounds. You're thinking too short-term. You do one workout and check the mirror. You save money for 1 week and check your bank account. You work hard for 1 day and wonder why you're not successful yet. That's not how discipline works. Discipline compounds. Every disciplined action you take today creates interest that pays off tomorrow. And tomorrow's discipline creates even more interest. And it builds and builds and builds until one day you wake up and you're a different person living a different life. But you have to stay consistent long enough to see the compound effect. And right now, you're quitting right before the magic happens. You're pulling your money out of the account right before it would have doubled. You're stopping right before the breakthrough. Meet Lisa. Lisa started running when she was 45 years old. She couldn't run half a mile without stopping. She was embarrassed, out of breath, ready to quit, but she kept going. Week 1, half a mile. Week 4, 1 mile. Week 12, 2 miles. Nothing dramatic, just small, consistent improvement. Her friends said, "You're not even losing weight. What's the point?" Lisa kept running. Year 1, she ran her first 5K. Year 2, she ran a half marathon. Year 3, she ran a full marathon. But here's where it gets interesting. By year 3, Lisa wasn't just a runner. She was confident, strong, disciplined. That discipline spilled into every area of her life. She got promoted at work, the discipline translated. She fixed her diet, the discipline transferred. She improved her relationships, the discipline compounded. At 50, Lisa was in the best shape of her life. Not just physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. All because she started running half a mile 5 years earlier. The discipline compounded. Understand and leverage compound discipline. Step 1. Think in years, not days. Ask yourself, if I do this every day for a year, where will I be? Step 2. Trust the process. The first weeks show nothing. The first months show little. But year 1 to year 3 is exponential. Step 3. Don't reset the clock. Missing 1 day isn't failure. Starting over from 0 is. Keep your momentum. Step 4. Document the journey. Take photos, track metrics, journal progress. You won't see daily changes, but you'll see yearly transformation. Step 5. Stay patient but persistent. Discipline isn't a sprint. It's a lifestyle that compounds over decades. You're not building discipline for next week. You're building discipline for the next decade. Stay consistent. Trust the compound effect. Your future self will thank you. Lesson 7. Discipline is freedom. You think discipline is prison. You think it's restriction, limitation, punishment. You're wrong. Discipline is freedom. Right now, you're imprisoned by your lack of discipline. You're a slave to your impulses. You're controlled by your cravings. You're trapped by your habits. You can't wake up when you want because you're enslaved by your snooze button. You can't eat what you want because you're addicted to junk food. You can't do what you want because you're in debt, out of shape, and stuck in a life you hate. That's not freedom. That's imprisonment. Discipline breaks those chains. Discipline gives you control. Discipline creates options. Discipline builds the life where you actually have freedom. Meet Ryan. Ryan thought discipline was the enemy of fun. I want to enjoy my life. I don't want to be some robot following rules. So Ryan lived free. He slept in whenever he wanted. He ate whatever he craved. He bought whatever caught his eye. He did whatever felt good in the moment. Ryan was free. But by 40, Ryan was trapped. Trapped in a body that hurt. Trapped in debt he couldn't escape. Trapped in a career he couldn't leave. Trapped in a life he couldn't change. He wasn't free at all. He was imprisoned by decades of undisciplined choices. Then Ryan met his old college friend, Michael. Michael had been the disciplined one. Always working out. Always saving. Always planning. Ryan expected to see a miserable, restricted life. Instead, he saw freedom. Michael was fit and healthy. He could do activities Ryan couldn't dream of. Michael was financially free. He could take trips, help his kids, retire early if he wanted. Michael had options. He worked because he wanted to, not because he had to. Ryan realized, I thought I was free, but I was imprisoned. He looked imprisoned, but he's actually free. Ryan changed that day. He built discipline. And slowly, year by year, Ryan built his freedom. Reframe discipline as freedom. Step 1. List your current prisons. What are you enslaved to right now? Debt? Poor health? Bad habits? Dead-end job? Step 2. Identify the discipline that creates freedom. Financial discipline, financial freedom. Physical discipline, physical freedom. Professional discipline, career freedom. Step 3. Choose your hard. Life is hard either way. Choose the hard of discipline or accept the hard of regret. Step 4. Visualize your free life. What does life look like when you have options? When you're not trapped? When you're in control? Step 5. Remember, every disciplined action today is buying your freedom tomorrow. Discipline isn't punishment. It's liberation. It's the price of freedom. Pay it. Right now, at this exact moment, 2 versions of you exist. Version 1, the person you are today. Living at the mercy of your feelings. Making excuses. Starting and quitting. Trapped in cycles of inconsistency. Version 2, the person you could become. Disciplined. Focused. Unstoppable. Free. And between these 2 versions is a choice. Not a choice you make once. A choice you make every single moment of every single day. When the alarm goes off, choice. When the workout is hard, choice. When the work is boring, choice. When the temptation appears, choice. Every moment is asking you, which version are you choosing to be? The clock is ticking. Not to pressure you, to wake you up. You don't have unlimited time to figure this out. Every day you choose the undisciplined version, you're moving further away from the life you want. Every day you choose the disciplined version, you're building the life you dream about. The gap between who you are and who you want to be is filled with discipline. That's it. That's the bridge. And you have to cross it one choice at a time. No one can do it for you. No one can give you discipline. You have to choose it, again and again and again, until it becomes who you are. If this message hit you in the chest, if something inside you shifted, here's what happens next. First, subscribe to this channel right now. Not later. Right now. We're building a community of disciplined warriors. Join us. Second, comment below with one word, discipline. That's your commitment, your declaration, your line in the sand. Type it and mean it. Third, choose one area of your life where you'll apply discipline starting today. Not tomorrow. Not Monday. Today. Here's what I know about you. You have everything you need inside you right now. You don't need more information. You don't need more motivation. You don't need perfect conditions. You need discipline. And discipline is a choice you can make right now. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for permission. The life you want is waiting on the other side of discipline. The body you want, the career you want, the relationships you want, the freedom you want. It's all there. But you have to do the work. You have to show up when you don't feel like it. You have to keep going when it's hard. You have to choose discipline over comfort. Every single day. Can you do that? Of course you can. The question is, will you? The power isn't in knowing. The power is in doing. And doing requires discipline. Starting right now. Starting today. Starting this moment. I'll see you at the top. Now go build your discipline.